right, so let's talk about the calculation tools that are available for purchasing. So if I go into purchasing, purchase request, I can pull a purchase advice report and generate purchase orders from this report. I can also do a forecast replenishment. I can, and this would be looking back at time and then forecasting a percentage of increase. I can do customer specific purchases. And then in purchase order, when you go to create a purchase order, there's a calculator built in. So I'm going to go ahead and auto assign this, and we'll pick a vendor, and we'll go ahead and go to what we're going to be buying. And so I can go ahead and add a couple items in here. And if I want more detail on what I've purchased in the past, what's on order, etc., I can always hit this Z button right here, and this is going to take me out to Zoom. This will let me look at recent sales for that item. I can look at the vendor's items and what their costs are. I can look at open purchase orders for that item, and I can look at a monthly history. And if I keep notes on this particular item that are important during my purchasing process, I can find those here under item notes. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add 20 to this, and we're purchasing for my main location. I purchased 20 of these items, and now I'm going to go hit the add items button. That's going to save what I'm doing here, and it's going to take me out to my purchasing calculator. Okay, this is something similar to what you would see if you were pulling a purchase advice report, but you can do this right in the purchase request. So at this point, I can say I want to bring all my items up to maximum, and I want you to suggest quantities. Okay, and look at open POs or purchase requests or vendor minimums that I need to buy. Okay, and then suggest based on that. I can also do replenishment. And so replenishment is going to allow me to look at a certain season to date, month to date, etc. I can do sales from, to and from, and then I can add a historical factor in there. Okay, I can also do days of supply, which is kind of similar, except for I have another option here to add how many days of supply that I want for that item. And then the other option is customer only orders. So if you allow customers to, place orders, you can pull a report of customer only orders to make sure that you order those up. So let's go and we'll do maximum. And this is essentially going to suggest quantities that I need to buy to bring my minimums up to my maximum. Okay, so it's going to go, of course. Let me see. Let me pick a different vendor. I need to have a vendor who has items I need to buy. So let me say this pet store, my pet supplies. So I'm going to update my vendor information, and then I'll go out to my orders, and then now I'm going to hit add items. It's going to save my changes. Let me go ahead and do the calculation. So maximum suggested quantity. I'm going to hit next. Hit yes. And here's a couple of options that I can add to my ticket. So if I pick an item I want to buy, I just hit the add lines item and then hit close. And now it's going to add that to my purchase order. And then again, the next thing I need to do is just hit the post button, and then we're off and running. It'll print my POs. I can go ahead and email the POs. And now it's and send it off to the vendor. Okay. And then it's ready to be ordered and received.